One prisoner noticed something very strange. Every time the elderly inmate sitting across from him ate his noodles, he secretly dropped a single noodle onto the floor. When the prisoner looked closer, he realized the old man was feeding the rats. The old inmate was serving a life sentence and had been using the rats as part of his long-term escape plan. Watching this gave Morris an idea of his own. One day during lunch, while the guards were distracted, Morris secretly bent his spoon. He then told the staff, "My spoon is bent. I can't eat with it." As an excuse, he was given a replacement. Instead of ending up with one spoon, he now had two and secretly hid one of them. That night, he heated the spoon over a small flame and sharpened it into a crude digging tool. As soon as it was ready, he started carving a hole into the wall. Suddenly, a guard began walking toward his cell. Morris had no idea, but his friend quickly warned him. Morris immediately hid the loose concrete behind a box, put away the tool, and quietly climbed into bed. Luckily, the guard didn't notice anything. The next day, Morris discovered that behind the wall was a thick steel grate. He realized he needed a much stronger tool. The following day, he secretly stole a small piece of metal. Unfortunately, the prison was conducting full searches that day. As Morris walked through the metal detector, it immediately started beeping. A guard stopped him. Without hesitation, Morris handed over a visible piece of metal, making it seem like that was what triggered the alarm. The guard searched him from head to toe, but found nothing. What they didn't know was that the real metal piece was hidden inside his shoes. Using the stronger blade he made, Morris finally cut through the steel grate and completed his escape route. Next, he created a fake dummy using wet newspapers, old clothes, and glue. He carefully painted the face and even pulled out strands of his own hair to make it look realistic. He placed the dummy in his bed so it looked like he was sleeping. Then he crawled into the tunnel, but the hardest part was still ahead. During the nightly inspection, Morris was climbing toward the roof while one of his friends tried to distract the guard. The officer looked through the cell window and assumed Morris was asleep. Then the guard accidentally dropped his baton, creating a loud noise. When the sleeping prisoner didn't move at all, the guard became suspicious. He reached inside to check, but by then, Morris had already climbed back into bed. He wasn't ready to escape yet because he wanted to help his friends get out too. The next day, the warden ordered a thorough search of Morris's cell, but Morris had cleverly painted over the tunnel entrance so it blended perfectly with the wall. No one noticed a thing. At lunchtime, Morris quietly told his friends, "Tonight, we leave." That night, the three inmates climbed through the tunnel and made their way onto the prison roof. Carefully avoiding the searchlights, they moved across the rooftops. They climbed over the prison fences and inflated the homemade life jackets they had prepared. Then they escaped across the river under the cover of darkness. The next morning, a guard came to wake Morris. When there was no response, he angrily unlocked the cell door. The moment he grabbed the figure in the bed, the fake dummy collapsed onto the floor. The guard stood there in complete shock. The entire prison launched a massive search, but Morris and his friends had vanished without a trace. Follow us for more epic fantasy stories like this one.